Hello, everybody. What a great day to be into crypto and the digital asset market. So if you don't know, first of all, it's not just our market that's pumping. It is the traditional market's also pumping. And take a look at the S&P 500. They're nearing an all-time high. They hit that a couple of days ago. We can just see over 5 days, 1 month, 6 months, and 1 year, they've already topped their 6,000. But the big story today, of course, is Bitcoin. And I was just doing some other things not more than an hour ago, and I could have sworn it was below 90,000. I want to say it was like 80, 87. And then all of a sudden it just takes off and rips. And it's just not 92,000 because all of a sudden I keep hearing about this podcast, Alex Jones and Max Kaiser talking about how Bitcoin has conquered the world, led by President Trump. Major governments on the planet are committing to the cryptocurrency. Essentially what they're talking about in this episode, which went on for quite a long time actually, is about Bitcoin being the reserve asset of the United States. And I think what's going on behind the scenes, which only makes sense to me, is that if America is buying up a bunch of Bitcoin, then in your state or your nation state out there, you're like, I don't want to be left behind. And there's a lot of chatter about this going on. So it's not just 92,000. If we refresh it, we're at 93,000. 287. Unbelievable. I mean, I thought just 3-4 days ago, we went from 80,000 to 90,000 essentially. Yeah, right around, just a couple of days ago. 80,000 on November 10th. Today is the 13th. It almost touched 90,000. Now here we go again. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying this is good news. Do I think this will be the last piece? No, I think we're going to keep going. And the question is, essentially, how much are we going to? And then it's not just Bitcoin that's up massively. Or it's, other digital assets like Billy on Ruins, which is essentially a meme coin, and Dog Go to the Moon. And actually, coming over here, let me see something. 93,287, 91,000. And it never surprises me because nothing goes up in a straight line. Look at this. If you come from 91,000 and you drop back down to 90, everybody's playing a game. And that game is who can pick up these falling knives as it starts to run up and go down and run up and go down. And I'm not that guy to tell you what to do because it's just ridiculous to even try to do that. But some people will do it. Some people will play on leverage. And some people like me are just content with just sitting back and going, you know what? 100K is inevitable. 200K is inevitable. 500K is inevitable as time goes on. And that's just par for the course. So we have that. And then also don't forget that, I know people will say, well, it's just Bitcoin, but it's not. It's altcoins are coming in. Look at Pepe. Pepe is up in 24 hours, 47%. So if you think Bitcoin does well, take a look at your altcoins. Over 7 days, it's up 103%. Why is it up so much? It's very simple. Coinbase is going to list it. And I know people will say, well, does Coinbase really have that much of a pump? It does. Not like it used to 4 or 5 years ago or so, but it still is a lot of liquidity out there, and that's good. This is from Paul Grewal. He is the lead legal officer for Coinbase. And he says, yeah, long way to the frog. We're adding Pepe to Coinbase later today. So have fun with that. And I know it sounded counterintuitive, but I put 4 different meme coins in my Roth IRA retirement account. I know it sounded weird when I did this. This was just the beginning of the month. Actually, no, this was actually in October. The update was that I added SWE to it. And I just thought that, with meme coins coming into to season and people talking about this, the meme coins are going to run just like how NFTs ran back in 2021, just how ICOs ran in 2017. I just thought it's going to be meme coins and AIs. And this is where we came from. And because of that, I didn't really, and again, you will see that the majority of my portfolio is in Bitcoin. Makes sense, right? Then comes Ethereum, because it's battle tested. I think a lot of the institutions are going to keep going on to Ethereum, even though it's been a laggard. Then you got Sol, Ton, and Sui, the hot coins, precious metals, gold and silver, and then Pepe, Bonk, Dog with Hat, and Doge. And so far, I mean, look how low Doge was. Doge was essentially, I only allocated like 2% of my portfolio, and now it's number 3 because it's gone up over, Jesus, I don't even know how much it's gone up. Let me see. Doge is up 15% today. Let's see, yeah. 7 days, 118%, 14 days, it's been up 150%. I mean, I don't know. So you got Doge up there. Sui is still, and Sol are still hanging in there. Ton, I guess. Pepe is at 3%, which overtook gold. Pepe overtook gold and silver just by 1 day. Amazing. So, and then of course, Bonk was in there as well. Bonk is above Pepe. And why is Bonk going up? Bonk is going to burn 100 billion tokens in the next couple of days. So that was a resolution that was just passed by Bonk DAO. Let's see how much it is up today. Yeah, it's up 30%. So, I mean, I know, like, we look at Bitcoin, that's the leader, that's the truth. But I mean, sometimes you got to take a look at these smaller caps, these alts, these meme coins, and these are like high cappers now. I mean, Bonk, I was talking about when it was in the 300s, and I said Bonk will be in the top 100. It's a dog meme coin on Solana. And here we are at 46. I've gotten some things wrong, but I mean, I'm glad something worked out for me. that's looking pretty good. So then the question then becomes, well, why is Doge pumping? And Doge is pumping. And even my wife just sent me this. She said, she goes, hey, did you know that Elon Musk is going to be a part of some government agency and it's called Doge? And I'm like, well, that's the acronym, but it's actually the Department of Government Efficiency. Well, when everybody talks about it, it's Doge. And when Elon Musk talks about it, he just puts characters of Doge in there, and everybody just assumes he's talking about Doge, the token, and then off we go. Well, this is officially from, this was last night, from the Trump-Vance transition team. We're pleased to announce that the great Elon Musk, working in conjunction with American patriot Vivek Ramaswamy, will lead the Department of Government Efficiency. So this is official. It's going to happen. And you're going to keep hearing about Doge all over the place. So if you're not into Doge right now, I can't give you financial advice, but it might go up. I'm just guessing. And then lastly, before we get into a little Q&A, this is me. I love this picture. This is me and Mickey Watkins from World Mobile. And I met him finally in person at the Rare Evo event. This was in Las Vegas. This was just, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago or so. And I said here, I've known Mr. Telecoms, or Mickey, for 4 years now. And I supported World Mobile Token since then. I said, good to meet you. And it is. I always thought it'd be a great project and do real well. And then last week, I put out a tweet and said, I'm going to be working more closely with World Mobile. If you don't remember World Mobile, I've done 4 or 5 different videos on them. Some have with Mickey in there, some not. And I just said, as far as like telecommunications, mobile service, to connect the unconnected by using these aerostats and hardware, and also as World Mobile as the backbone of the sharing economy, I thought this could work pretty well, because these guys have been in like Mickey's not just some guy up the street. Him and his team have been in telecommunications in the mobile industry for decades. So I thought, well, these guys know what they're doing, so we'll see. And I said, yeah, I'm going to work with these guys more closely. And then this is part of the reason. And this is from AD. And he says, breaking news, there's a recording from an upcoming Starlink World Mobile Team documentary shot in North Carolina. Reveals a Starlink employee discussing the efficiency and synergy of the collab between World Mobile and Starlink. And this is from the Starlink employee. According to the recording, you would have saved us from deploying 15 or 20 of the Starlink mobile minis, which are great and work really well, but World Mobile allowed us to deploy 3 Starlinks rather than 20. 3. Starlink employee quoted from the documentary. Rather than employing 4 Starlinks when a single Starlink paired with a rolled mobile node provides more efficient, both from a network and an economic perspective. So starting in a couple of weeks or so, I'm going to be talking a lot about rolled mobile. It's great that we have invested in this, and it's great that we believe in it, but now this is where the rubber meets the road. And what's going to roll out, and this is over the next weeks and months, is a nationwide mobile plan for across the United States and Puerto Rico and other parts of the world. And I'm going to be asking people to switch over their carrier to World Mobile. And I'm going to explain to you why. And I'm going to explain to you why it's a better option, it's a better deal. And I know it sounds kind of crazy to think about, like, you want me to go against the legacy, which is, you know, whatever you got, T-Mobile and Verizon or AT&T, whatever else. Yes, that's what I'm going to ask you to do. And I'll give you the details, how this all works later on. But that's it for today. So look, like today's video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. Everything we talk about is time sensitive.